Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Today I'm very excited as I'm going on a hike to one of the very prettiest village in and around St Etienne. It's called ROCHETAILLE. So I'm starting my journey. I'll be catching a bus, one of the buses, which goes to Faculty des Sciences. That's the nearest bus stop to reach ROCHETAILLE. So that's about 2 kilometers away from here. And from there, we'll start our hike up the mountains. And the ROCHETAILLE village, which is located, is behind the mountains, which is not visible from this particular location. But we can see the mountains from here. And the village ROCHETAILLE is located just behind those mountains. Bonjour. We have got down from the bus. We have reached a university or Faculty des Sciences, University of Science, or St Etienne University. So this is the way up to the village called ROCHETAILLE, where we are hiking to today. As I said, the weather is very perfect. So on the way to our destination, we passed through these beautiful houses. I think it's about a kilometer stretch from here till we reach the forest, which we have to pass through to get to the ROCHETAILLE village. This road, the trees, the houses, it reminds me a little bit of my hometown back in India, Darjeeling. Now I can see why Europeans basically they prefer traveling to Darjeeling. The weather itself is quite similar. Of course, Darjeeling could be much better with terms of cleanliness. And of course, the crowd control as well. It seems like I have been through this roads multiple times, because we do have similar kind of, the roads up the mountains, especially the roads or the path which we used to take for a hike, being in Darjeeling itself. Now we have reached to the starting point of the forest. Hiked about 2 kilometers now, but I haven't met a single person until now. Imagine stepping into the forest and immediately the air is filled with the earthy scent of moss, damp leaves, and the sweet fragrance of pine. The sunlight filters through the tall trees, creating a dappled effect on the forest floor. As you start walking, the soft crunch of fallen leaves beneath your hiking boots becomes a rhythmic soundtrack. Tall trees tower above, their branches forming a natural canopy. Shafts of sunlight pierce through, highlighting patches of wildflowers and ferns. The occasional rustle in the underbrush might signal a small creature going about its day. As you hike deeper, the surroundings might change. The forest floor could become softer, with a carpet of moss covering the ground. The air might get cooler, especially if you are ascending into higher elevations. I would love to explore this beautiful forest, but I don't have much time. But still, let's give a visit. Yeah, we investigate. Oh. I don't know if you're allowed to climb up this forest or no, but I'm doing so. I hope we don't encounter wild animals, though I have heard lots of stories, people encountering the animals this forest area and even on the dedicated path for the hikers and the mountain bikers. It looks like you don't have much. Come on. Okay. There isn't much space to step on. There are lots of thorns in it, which is making it difficult for me to pass by. I wanted to go up there and see. Let's give it a try. Oh. Good. I think I've taken a shortcut. Whew. It looks like a path to the village. That was worth the climb up the forest. Throughout the hike, there's a sense of tranquility and connection with nature. The scent of pine needles or the sight of delicate spider's web glistening with dew can be a reminder of the intricate beauty that exists in the natural world. As you reach the end of your hike, there's a satisfying sense of accomplishment and a feeling of having temporarily escaped the hustle and bustle of everyday life. The forest has provided not just a physical challenge, but also a mental and emotional refreshment. The ROCHETAILLÉE sits very quietly in the midst of the forest and the mountains, inhabited by not more than 650 people. Let's continue our journey to the village. This village, suspended in the air, reaches 1,120 meters at its highest point and offers a bird's eye view over the river Furan. And there are mountains all around. Here, you will only be welcome if you come as a friend. There's a sign over the old gate in the town walls. It's quite clear. It says, "The gate that welcomes the non-enemies," and with good reason. The fortress perched up there on its crag has had a repulse a few assailants in its time. It wanted to be inaccessible, but it ended up succumbing under fire from its enemies. But like any feudal fortress worth its salt, it managed to preserve its stars. 3 out of 4. Not bad when you think of all those wars of religion. So if you want a stunning view, climb up to the top of the keep. Who knows what awaits you. Otherwise, the pretty village inhabited by Rupisciciens feature a rampant walk where you will discover an old convent, now the town hall, a Gothic church, some fine stone buildings, and a funny old legend. That's the legend of the fairy of the caves, which tells the story of 21 knights who went off looking for fairies and who found themselves stuck inside a cave forever because it collapsed behind them. They are said to have replied a sort of call by the fairies who wanted them to come and dance. A bit fishy that. And yet, when you see all the wild beauty, you think to yourself that it must hold a few secrets. I have climbed up the castle. Fortunately, it was open, so I could get in. So as you can see, the village itself is not that big. As I said, hardly 650 people live in this village. It's a small village, but it's one of the prettiest villages that I've ever been to. I was planning to go to one of the cafes for a cup of coffee or a few drinks. We have pretty much covered the village. Now the coffee shops and the restaurants are closed, so it's better we head back home now. So yeah, that's the ROCHETAILLÉE, which I'm never tired of visiting. As I said, I'll be back here again very soon. So till then, hope to see you again in another video. Don't forget to turn the notification bell on. A bientôt. Goodbye. Buon giorni. Have a nice day ahead. See you then.